Phototransistor is the topic of this lecture. We have studied a number of optical detectors, light detectors, in which light signal is converted into electrical signal. We have studied photodiode, and this is the next device, phototransistor, which is also an important device that converts light signal, light energy into electrical energy. This is the symbol of phototransistor. You can see here that there is no separate base terminal. There are two regions, collector, emitter. There is base region, but separate terminal is not required. Base region is the region where the light is incident. The base region is exposed to light signal, photons, and then current flows through collector emitter circuit. As we can get the output characteristic of any ordinary transistor, which is collector current versus VCE. Similarly, in this phototransistor as well, the output characteristic will be the plot between IC and VCE. So it's a three terminal or three layer semiconductor device which has light sensitive base region. The base region is light sensitive, which means that it detects the light, it senses the light, and the light signal is converted into base current, and that current flows through, you can see here, collector and emitter region. Between emitter and collector region, that current which comes out from the base region due to this light is the reason for the current which flows through the transistor. The construction, as far as the construction is concerned, construction is almost similar to the ordinary transistor, except in the ordinary transistor, there is separate base terminal. Here we do not have. There are three layers, there are three regions like ordinary transistor, but there is no separate base terminal which is required here. This is the symbol actually for NPN phototransistor. If we just reverse the arrow of this, emitter direction, emitter side, this arrow is there, just reverse this arrow of the emitter current, you can say it will become the symbol for PNP phototransistor. Base terminal is generally not provided separately. All right. Sometimes there are two terminal, there are either three terminal, sometimes two terminal devices available. In three terminal, either that emitter, base and collector. In two terminal, when the transistor is only two terminal, emitter and collector. But generally, two terminal devices are only available. Even there are three terminals, the third terminal is of almost no use. But what is common in both is the common thing between the two configurations or two ways of construction is the base region is highly light sensitive region, and it is specially designed. Phototransistor is specially designed and optimized for photo applications. The main intention behind designing a phototransistor is for photo application, means for light detection, for light conversion from light into electrical current. As far as the manufacturing is concerned, generally they are made up of diffusion or ion implantation process, having much larger collector region and base region in comparison with ordinary transistors. In ordinary transistor, we know that base region is very thin, collector region is the widest region, the width of collector is always largest. Here also it will be largest, but base region is very thin in ordinary transistor. But phototransistor base width also becomes large. The reason is the base region is exposed to light. If more amount of light is incident on the surface, the impact, the development of electric field and then recombination of whole electron pairs would be more intense if the region is wider. And there are two types of junctions. When there are junctions, we are talking about junction collector emitter, collector base, then emitter base junctions. There are homojunction and heterojunction. In homojunction phototransistor, entire device will be made up of single material type, either silicon or germanium or some other material, but single material. To increase the efficiency, it can be made of non-identical materials. If we want better efficiency, what do we mean by efficiency? For same amount of light intensity or optical power, current produced in the transistor is more. So for more efficiency, non-identical materials, especially from group 3 and group 5 like gallium, arsenide, that type of combination which we have studied as direct band gap semiconductor materials. On either side of PN junction, that leads to heterogeneous PN junctions. Heterojunction or heterogeneous PN junctions. Heterojunction, homojunction. More efficiency, heterojunction. Homojunction, it will still work, but the efficiency will be less than that of heterojunction. Homojunction devices are oftenly used in comparison with heterojunction devices whenever there is an economy involved, because they are economical. When we go for specific materials, photodiode, phototransistors made up of specific materials like group 3 and group 5, the cost of the phototransistor increases. This is the constructional diagram of the phototransistor, where you can see that this part A is representing homojunction and part B heterojunction. In heterojunction, I have already told you that materials which are used are from group 3 and 5. You see here the base is gallium arsenide, emitter is aluminum gallium arsenide, and collector is gallium arsenide. And there is one more substrate here, that is N plus, because this is the construction for NPN. So you can see that N is aluminum gallium arsenide, P is this ordinary gallium arsenide, and again N plus, that's the collector region. And you can see one more thing in the construction as well. The width is larger and it is gallium arsenide. See, it's N plus means the doping is high. That N plus indicates high doping. This is about hetero. But if you go to homojunction, you can see the construction. P type of base is here, N plus, where this N is the collector region and this N plus will be combined together and will constitute called as emitter. And there the light is falling, you can see, in both the construction on the base area. As we know that the base area, is the highly sensitive to light, which converts light energy into electrical energy. So NPN transistor symbol is this one, where you can have 3 leads. As I told you, generally we have 2 leads, but 3 leads are also there, and the symbol is for NPN. If we change the direction of this arrow, this red color arrow, then it becomes the same symbol will become the symbol for PNP phototransistor. So when we are having this one, there is no base lead, and here there is a base lead, base terminal. But what is very common in both is the light is incident on the base area in both the transistors. Either it is PNP or NPN. Okay. Now how does it work? Let's understand working principle. The characteristic of phototransistor is similar to a normal transistor. But what happens if you remember, for example, there is a standard normal transistor working as an amplifier, and good amplifier is always considered as common emitter amplifier. And if you remember, in common emitter amplifier, when you plot output characteristic, the output characteristic is the plot of IC versus VCE. Same plot will be there, same characteristic will be there in phototransistor, except what happens if you remember in the output characteristic of ordinary transistor, for constant value, for fixed value of IB, we plot IC versus VCE. It means the third parameter which is involved in the characteristic is base current. Here, base current is not directly in the picture. What is directly in the picture is optical power. How much optical power is there? Accordingly, collector current will be determined. So the characteristic is almost similar. The plot varies almost similar, except the base current in the characteristic is replaced by the optical power. And we know that, when you increase the base current, if you remember in ordinary transistor, your characteristic goes up. When base current is 0 ampere, the region is called as cutoff. The same situation is similar situation will be there in the characteristic of phototransistor as well. Let's see. It has also 3 operating regions like cutoff, active, and saturation. Ordinary transistor, if you remember, saturation and cutoff are the modes in which when transistor is operated or operates, it works in the switching mode, because we know that when transistor works as a switch has 2 stable states, on and off. Off means cutoff, on means saturation, minimum current, maximum current. But we also know that when any ordinary transistor operates in or as an amplifier, it always operates in active mode. Similarly, phototransistor operates in 3 modes, while when we are interested to use for a switching application, large current, minimum current, saturation and cutoff respectively. When we want it to be used as an amplifier, it will be used as or in active mode, active operation. The phototransistor can be configured. How many configurations are possible? In normal transistor, we know that common base, common emitter, common collector. But in phototransistor, we have 2, because there is no base terminal separately. And even if there is base terminal, it doesn't make any sense. No connectivity is there. So there are 2 configurations, common emitter and common collector. And that too depending on which terminal is common. All right. So a small reverse saturation current, if you remember, in ordinary transistor, even if there is no proper bias, small reverse saturation current flows. So a small reverse saturation current in the phototransistor referred as dark current, dark current, even if there is no proper bias, in the absence of proper bias in ordinary transistor, in the collector base junction, there is some current, collector base junction is reverse biased. So in the active mode, some reverse saturation current flows. We call it as ICBO or ICO. That corresponding term in phototransistor is dark current. Since we are not providing any bias to the base region, what we are providing is the light optical power. So there is no bias or reverse bias, a reverse saturation current in phototransistor, no light, but there is still some current. That current is dark current. So even in the absence of light, there is some current called as dark current whose value increases with the increase in the value of temperature, as we know in the reverse saturation current also. Even collector base junction is reverse biased. There is no forward current there. The reverse saturation current flows even if that junction is off. But when we increase the temperature, we know that the reverse saturation current increases. Similarly, in phototransistor also, when we increase the temperature, even that dark current, which is very, very small value, also increases with the increase in temperature. It also increases with the increase in temperature. Phototransistors are prone to permanent damage due to breakdown. If the voltage applied across the collector emitter junction increases beyond breakdown voltage. This is true in ordinary transistor as well. When you cross the breakdown voltage, because after a certain time, it gets saturated, and after that, then it attains maximum current, and beyond that, you cannot get more than that current. But you still try to increase the voltage, there will be breakdown, and then transistor will get damaged. In the similar manner, here also that breakdown situation arises. This is the, mathematical background about the collector current which flows in the ordinary transistor. If you remember, the correct expression of the base current in any ordinary transistor is written as IC equals beta IB plus 1 plus beta into ICBO, where beta is the current gain, IB is base current, ICBO is the reverse saturation current. Under, there is no base current, under IB equal to 0, open circuit base, and this is not 1 plus B, it is 1 plus beta. So when IB equals 0, when IB equals 0, it becomes IC equal to 1 plus beta ICBO. So when you can say that collector current is proportional to that base leakage current, this current is also known as in ordinary transistor base leakage current. More is the base leakage current, more will be the collector current. So when IC increases, the collector base region, the collector current also increases. So now we are discussing about the working principle. The collector terminal is connected to supply voltage. We have seen in the construction generally collector is connected with in NPN, some plus VCC is connected with the collector terminal. So supply voltage is connected with collector. Output is obtained at the emitter terminal while the base terminal is unconnected in phototransistor. If light falls, what is the next phenomenon? Light falls on the base region of the phototransistor, which results generation of electron hole pairs that rises the base current. Due to that recombination of electron hole pairs and generation of new hole pairs, base current increases, and that base current in the base region is called as photocurrent, and that is, there is a depletion layer, you can say it's a barrier area. Now electron hole pairs are generated, there is a photocurrent, there is a current. So electric field is there, of course, positive side, negative side, there is a potential barrier. So electric field is there, excitation is there, so current is there. This results a flow of emitter current through the device with result. Now we know that base current constitutes, and this will flow through the emitter called as emitter current. But we also know that this is a common emitter amplifier, say common emitter or common collector, but as an amplifier we choose always common emitter configuration. So when we know that the common emitter configuration gain is very high, So the emitter current, when it is coming, it will be amplified and will get large current at the output of the device. The photocurrent will be proportional to luminance and will be amplified by the gain of transistor. That also leads to large collector current. It means the photocurrent, which is coming as a base current, is proportional to luminance. More is the luminance, more is the photocurrent. And the photocurrent is then constituting or causing emitter current to flow. And due to large gain, high gain of common emitter amplifier, that will also increase. So large collector current ultimately, high value of collector current ultimately will flow through the circuit. It's because of two reasons. Photocurrent has increased due to more luminance. As we increase the luminance value, as we increase the optical power, the light intensity, the photocurrent also increases. As photocurrent increases, the emitter current will also, that collector current will also increase. And we also know that the common emitter amplifier has a decent value of voltage as well as current gain. And therefore, the collector current will be large collector current, which will be obtained in the output of transistor. There are some important factors, you can say parameters as well, while discussing about phototransistor. Because we know that the operation and performance of phototransistor depends on wavelength of incident light. We know that the light is characterized by wavelength. So therefore, phototransistor also depends on wavelength, area of the light exposed to collector base junction. I've already told you in the beginning, collector base terminal is generally made wider than the ordinary transistor. So that area also matters. More is the area, then more amount of photons will be collected, and that will be the reason for large photocurrent. Then DC current gain of transistor is also a factor on which the phototransistor works. More is the DC current, more will be the collector current will get finally in the output of the transistor. So luminous sensitivity is another term which is actually known as ratio of photoelectric current to the incident luminous flux. That luminescence, luminous flux, which is the important property or rather quantity of the light, as it increases, more will be the photoelectric current. And this sensitivity or this ability, this property is called as luminous sensitivity. How sensitive it is to the light. If light increases, the light flux or luminance flux increases, whether there is increase or not. So that is indicated by luminous photosensitivity. There is one more parameter called as spectral response, which determines actually the longest wavelength that can be used as the sensitivity of phototransistor in a function of wavelength. So wherever we get the longest wavelength range, where the sensitivity is good one as far as the wavelength, detection of wavelength and responding is concerned, that's called as spectral response. The photoelectric gain indicates the efficiency of converting light into final amplified electrical current. Ultimately, when we define photoelectric gain, it means the final electric current with respect to the light signal. The light is converted into how much is the value of the light, that versus the light intensity. The time constant is another factor that also affects the response time. Time constant, because see, the phototransistor is used not as a stand alone. It is then connected with the circuit, then load, there will be resistance, there will be capacity load. So ultimately there is a time constant, and that's also very important factor in the discussion of phototransistor. This is the characteristic of phototransistor. This is the circuit I was talking about. You can see this is the NPN phototransistor, where the collector region through the collector resistance is connected with the supply plus VCC. If the light of that the intensity of light increases, collector current will also increase. So therefore, in the characteristic, it can be seen that this first characteristic is dark current because the intensity is almost null. There is no light. Even in the absence of light, there is some amount of current, that is dark current. And then when it is 10 milliwatt per centimeter square, right, you can say it's a light density, that optical power density per unit area. How much is the optical power? 10 milliwatt per centimeter square, 20 milliwatt, 30 milliwatt, 40 milliwatt, 50 milliwatt. So one thing is very clearly seen here, can be seen here, that when we are increasing the optical power density, optical power, then the amount of collector current is increasing. And obviously, when we are increasing VCE, that is also affecting the collector current. But larger impact on collector current is by the optical power. More is the optical power, more is the intensity of light, more is the luminance value, larger will be the collector current. So as you can see that this characteristic is very similar to the characteristic of common emitter amplifier when we plot output characteristic. All right, there what happens? We plot IC versus VCE, and here all the different characteristics are for different values of IB. The IB is replaced by light intensity here, because we know that base region is exposed to light, and that's the main reason for collector current. And therefore, here the factor which is impacting the collector current is not the base current, but the optical power. If you remember, we also discuss input characteristic in ordinary transistor. So here we do not have as such input characteristic, but this is a base characteristic, you can say, base current characteristic versus luminance. This is again watt per square centimeter. So this, the first one relationship was the collector current versus VC by having fixed value of light intensity. But this is the plot between IB and the illumination level. That is luminescence, you can say light intensity, you can say optical power. And this also is very, simple diagram, which we can understand easily, that when the illumination level, when the light intensity or the optical power is increasing, the base current is also increasing. So more is the light intensity, more is the photocurrent. This is why we make our statement. After discussing characteristic, there are some properties. Few of the properties I have discussed in terms of some factors or parameters. They are here: linearity, wavelength, sensitivity, response time, size, and cost. All these properties of phototransistor are self-explanatory. We know that wavelength means what? There is a range of wavelength. When the light signal is falling on the base region, there will be range of wavelength. So a specific range of wavelength will produce specific spectral response of phototransistor. So that's the important property. If wavelength changes, of course, different wavelength, different light intensity. And for different range of wavelength, range of current, and if a particular wavelength is there of a particular color, particular value of collector current or the photocurrent will also be obtained. Sensitivity is the ratio of output signal to the input intensity of light. Because what is important in this device is output is electrical current, input is optical power. So how sensitive it is, how much it detects and how much it converts, it means it's the ratio of output signal, which is electrical current, to input signal, which is optical power. Then there is another term called as response time. How quickly it responds. How quickly it responds means when the light signal is incident, how quickly we can see that the collector current starts flowing in the circuit. How quickly the output responds to the change in intensity. Even if it change, now there is some fixed value of light intensity and we are getting certain value of collector current. Now suddenly there is change. The change may be either increase or decrease in the intensity of light. Is it being detected? The term which will highlight this as a response, and how much time, how quickly, how much time it is taking to respond is called as response time. The phototransistor, you can see that all these properties are advantages of phototransistor as well. But there is one drawback associated with phototransistor called as low frequency response. Frequency response is not proper. It's low. Its gain is not very high. There is one important device related to phototransistor called as photo-Darlington, where two phototransistors are connected back to back. Back to back. What is the benefit of photo-Darlington? Is we get higher power, higher sensitivity, and large switching time. It is used in integrated amplifier in all photosensitive SCRs, silicon controlled rectifiers, based amplifiers. If you remember ordinary Darlington pair in the common transistor, normal transistor, what is that? It's a cascade combination of two common collector amplifiers. If you remember, one common collector amplifier has high current gain. If you connect two, current gain it still increases. So that's a Darlington pair. So it's kind of Darlington where the two pairs, rather two transistors are connected in back-to-back match, right? And this is how, and the base is this side. The base is common. This is the emitter collector region, and this side is emitter region. Ultimately, what is the benefit? Benefit is the current gain is very high, and the sensitivity also becomes very high. What are the advantages? What are the major advantages of phototransistor? Number one, simple, compact, and less expensive. Higher current, higher gain, and fast response time in comparison with photodiode. Photodiode is also considered as a good optical detector, but there is one drawback associated with photodiode, that the response time is larger than what is there required in phototransistor. So therefore, the response time is respond the optical power or light signal. It's slightly slow. It's sensitive to wide range of wavelength that may extend from ultraviolet to infrared radiation through visible spectrum as well. So wide range of wavelength, wide range of intensity, or wide range of frequency, wide range of wavelength. Because when we talk about light signal, we characterize, specify in terms of wavelength only. So wider wavelength range, wider wavelength span is covered on the phototransistor response. It is sensitive. It is also sensitive to a number of sources, including incandescent lamp bulbs, fluorescent bulbs, neurons, lasers, flames, sunlight. Because see, when there is incandescent lamp bulb or fluorescent bulb or neon bulb or laser, all these are light sources. So in the near sunlight, in the nearby phototransistor, these optical sources are there. These light sources are there, which will definitely produce some light, and that light will affect the performance of phototransistor. Because the base region may be exposed to a specific light intensity, that is source of light. But in addition to that source of light to which the base region is exposed, there are some more optical sources nearby will have impact, or rather effect, in the collector current in the phototransistor. So it's sensitive to all these light sources. Less noisy when compared with avalanche photodiode. Because when we compare photodiode and avalanche photodiode, avalanche is a process which itself has the biggest factor as a noise due to the avalanche process. But as far as the phototransistor is concerned, its noise factor is very less, is less noisy as compared to photodiode or avalanche photodiode rather. What are the drawbacks? Drawbacks include affected by electromagnetic energy. There is some electromagnetic energy that can affect the performance of phototransistor as an interference, Poor high frequency response due to large base collector capacitance. Base collector capacitance is you know is large, and because of that frequency response, because we know that when we calculate frequency response, or when we draw the frequency response, the cutoff frequencies, lower and higher cutoff frequencies, that play important role, and in the calculation of frequencies capacitance plays a most important role. So when the capacitance is becoming large, the frequency response, especially high frequency response, is not very good. And the third factor is it cannot detect low levels of light better than photodiodes. It cannot detect low levels of light better than photodiode. It means in photodiode, sometimes even if the light intensity is not very high, it can be detected. But in phototransistor, there must be at some the light intensity must be at some sufficient level, otherwise it won't detect, and the collector current will not flow. So I think we can summarize this lecture now. This lecture is all about phototransistor. Phototransistor is a device like photodiode. Of course, that's a photodiode, it's a transistor. Phototransistor is an example of optical detector, photodetector, which converts light signal into electrical signal. Phototransistor, if we compare the characteristic, working principle, almost similar with ordinary transistor. The difference is there is no separate base terminal or base lead. Rather, base region is exposed to, which is slightly wider as compared to ordinary transistor. Phototransistor also is of NPN and PNP types, but the base region is exposed to light, and that light creates impact inside the base region, and due to the electrical field, electron hole pairs are generated, and then collector current finally flows in the circuit. So when we see the output characteristic or ordinary characteristic of phototransistor, that's the plot of IC versus VCE. There we can see that the more is the optical power, more is the light intensity which is falling on the base region, larger is the collector current. But there is one important factor called as dark current. Dark current is the current for no light. Suppose there is no light, there is absence of light, even then there is some amount of current which flows called as dark current. We can compare this with the ordinary P or NPN transistor, where we know that even the collector base junction is reverse bias, but still there is some reverse saturation current flows, and when temperature increases, that reverse saturation current increases. In the similar manner, dark current, even in the absence of light, flowing small value, but if we increase the temperature, it also increases by some amount. But of course, when we want significant amount of current flowing in the collector emitter circuit in the PNP or NPN phototransistor, we need a lot of optical power, enough amount of optical power, and accordingly it will produce the photocurrent, and then due to the amplification or high gain of common emitter amplifier, that current will also get amplified and will get large value of collector current. And therefore, in all photo detection, photo amplification purposes, the phototransistor is used. Right? It has also base characteristic. Base characteristic can be seen as when we increase the optical signal power or optical power, the base current also increases. So phototransistor can be considered as one of the important photodetector or optical detector which converts light signal into electrical current. That's all for this lecture. Thank you.